Hello all. Today we're going to be discussing on delete function by using a linked list and a linked list. All right. So now, what does this delete means? The delete means is something like this. Let me take it as like this. Look here. I have a node. I have two nodes which are connected according to this diagram. So in the previous video, you have seen it something like this. Okay, the connectivity, how to insert and how to traverse it. Delete is nothing but, okay, I cannot ever I can delete a memory from once it is written inside the memory. I cannot delete it. Okay, but one thing I can do it is I can overwrite the memory. Where in the linked list, what I need to do is what is this delete means? I need to break this connection. This node is connected. If I suppose if I want to delete this node, this particular node, right, the second node, I'll tell it as I'll need to delete second node. When I come, I will get to know this is the second node. When I know this is the second node, what I need to do is I need to break the connectivity. This one I need to break this connection, and this is connected to some other node. I need to break this connection. Then later on, I need to make a connection between this node and this node. Okay, this is the step which I need to follow it. Okay, this is the step which I need to follow it. First I will break this connection. First I will break this connection. Next I will break this connection. Next I will connect this node. This is the three step which I will be following it when I need to delete it. Later on I will be having this address. Later on I will use a free, and I will tell that this one's address. I will tell it free this address. That's it. Okay, so these are all the in total, this is all the 4 steps I wanted it, right? So I'll be repeating this my words. Delete in the sense, if I want to delete this node, I need to break the connectivity. Okay, connectivity, how can I break this connectivity? By changing this address, right? I'll be changing this address here, right? If I change the address, like suppose if I want to this node should point to here, I want to copy this 3002 in this place, right? So later on what I need to do it, whichever it is pointing, this is pointing to 3000, right? I need to break this connection. Two nodes cannot point it to same node, right? So I'll break down this connection. How I'll break down this connection? By just telling null here, right? By just telling null over here. After that, what I need to do it, after that one, this hand is broken down, this hand is broken down. After that I will be connecting this one to this one, and I'll be free this memory. This is the major step which I follow it. Okay, while deleting it, guys, there are like several things. The space acquired by that node will be there itself. Okay, this node will be here itself, this node will be here itself. Okay, so if you know the address of this one, if you access this value, you will be having it. Okay, though you have overridden this null, you will get a null value, and the value will be 20 itself over there itself. Okay, I'm delete means I'm not killing the memory will be there itself. Okay, but I'll be breaking down the connectivity. That is what the delete means. Okay, so this node was pointing to here, this node will point it to this one, this node, the next node it will point it, right? So this node was also pointing to this one. So what I'll make it, I'll break the connectivity by telling just a null here, right? So all about, I'll be playing with the address. Okay, that's the reason I told you from the beginning, the pointer is a very important topic. Okay, with the help of pointer itself, everything is deal. Got it? So now this one, after breaking it, what I need to do it, after that I'll make it as free. Why I'm making free? Because this, if I don't tell free, this memory will be reserved, right? So no one can come and access that memory place. Okay, my first step, what I need to do it, I need to come and I need to break down this. Okay, I'll be breaking down this hand. Okay, I'll come and I'll break down this hand. Okay, how I'll break down this hand? I will copy this address. I'll copy this address to one variable. I'll copy this address to one variable. I'll copy this address to one variable so that it will be reserved, so I won't be lost, and I'll make it this one as null. So if I make this one as null, this connection is broken down. This connection is broken down, right? So after that, what I need to do it, how can I break down this connection? How can I make down this connection? I will override this memory. First step is I'll come here, I'll make this one as null. First I will copy this address to one variable. Okay, because I need to use that address here, right? Why I'm copying this address? Because I need to use that address to here, right? So whichever the node is pointing to this one, so I'll copy this address. First step, I'll copy this address to one variable. Next step, I'll make this one as null. Third, when I make this one as null, this hand is broken down. The next third step, what I'll do it, I'll make this position as what? 3000. Instead of 2000, I'll make it as 3000. Then what happens? I am breaking this hand and I am connecting this node to this node, right? What is the next step? I'll make this address, okay, I'll make this one free of 3000. Okay, these are all the several steps I want to make it out. Okay, before all this, I need to reach to the perfect location. If I want to delete fourth node, I need to come to the fourth node, guys. Okay, if I want to come to the fourth node, I want to jump it right from here to, I want to jump it. You know the jumping logic here. Jumping logic also will be used. Okay, look here, I'm telling just a jumping logic. When I tell jumping logic, you will get to know, oh, that logic. Get my point, right? So first I want to do it. If I want to tell fourth node, I'll come here, I'll increment. Oh, this is one node, this is second node, this is third node. Oh, fourth node is this one, right? This is my fourth node. I'll be reaching it, I'll be getting this address, right? In this node, I'll be doing this operation. If I want to delete second node, I want to come to the second node. If I want to delete third node, I'll come to the third node. Got it? Got it, guys? Got it, guys? Got it, guys? Okay, for example, guys, I want to delete the second node, right? How can I reach to the second node, guys? How can I reach to the second node? I need the address of 2000. This 2000 address is here itself, guys. All right. If I reach to this node, that's more than enough. If I reach to this node, I will get the calculation of all the nodes. So look here. To delete a node, okay, if I want to delete this 2000, I want 3000 and 2000, right? I want 3000 and 2000. This 3000 is already here, right? So by how I will get this 3000? By knowing 2000, I'll get it 3000, right? So it's quite confusion, right? Quite confusion, right? Look here, what I'm trying to tell you is, to delete a particular node, you don't want to go to this node itself. Okay, you can go to the previous node and you will get all the data from this node itself, right? And you can stand here and then you can make a war on this node. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so now overall, this first thing what I need to ask it, guys, first thing I want to ask it, which node you want to delete it. For user, I want to ask it which node you want to delete it. Okay, which node you want to delete it. For example, so before actuating this one, can we find the length of the node, length of the given? For example, guys, okay, I have only 4 nodes. User will enter 5th node. What should I do it? Right? What should we do it? We don't have that node, right? We don't have that particular node, right? So before finding all those things, what we need to do it? First thing we need to do it is we need to tell what is the length of the given node, right? How do you find the length of the given node? First, we'll find the length of the given node. Okay, let's find out the length of the given node. Okay, what do you use it for? Length of the given node, for the length, to find out the length, we can traverse the linked list in the increasing count variable. Again, I'll be using what? The jumping statement. Remember the jumping statement? Okay, simple thing, guys. I'll be coming here, I'll check out whether it is null or not, whether it is temp is null or not. First, I'll check it whether root is null or not. If it is root is null, guys, that means you have 0 element. Okay, you have what? 0 element. Okay, if root is having something, if root is not null, okay, at least one node is there. That means at least one node is there. Next one, I'll tell it as 2000. 2000 means 2, 3000 means 3, 4000 means 4, right? If it is null, I'll be not counting it. Okay, I'll be having 4 nodes. Okay, whenever I get a null, I'll stop it. Okay, so that is what it is. I'll count this numbers. Okay, 1, this one is, for example, this one is, look onto this. I'll just tell a simple calculation part. You know, in the display function, we have used that one single line. Same line we'll be using it. Okay, this one, if this is not null, at least one count will be there. One will be there. If it is null, that means 0, right? This becomes 1, this becomes 2, this becomes 3, and this becomes 4, right? This becomes what? 4 itself. By this, I'll be breaking down. Okay, simple calculation. I'll be using the logic of traverse itself. Look on here. The logic is simple. You have seen this logic. This I'll be using. Instead of printing it, I'll tell one variable I and I'll be incrementing it. That I'm doing in length. Got it? While temp. Okay, I'll copy this root to temporary variable. I'll copy this root to temporary variable. If it is temp, okay, that means it is at least one. It is there. At least one is right? So on. I'll be incrementing it. Okay. Same thing I'll be doing here. Okay. So I'll tell it as length. I want to find it. I'll tell it as length. I don't want to find it anything. So I need to return it. Return the number, right? So later I will write it. So I want to tell it. Okay. So what I root equal to what if root is null, right? If root is equal to null, what I need to return it, guys? What I need to return it? return return 0, right? 0 is an integer number. Since I'm returning integer number, I'll tell it as int, right? So now, or else I can tell it as int I is equal to 0, right? Int I is equal to 0, right, guys? Int I is equal to 0. So if it is so, I can tell it as int I itself. If it is so, I'll tell it as, right? If it is root is equal to null, then it is nothing but what? Return I. I means what? It is 0, right? So if I call it here length function, if I call it here length function, it will return me 0 itself. Nothing to worry about it. Okay. If it is not, then what I need to do it? If it is not, what I need to do it? I'll take one variable called as temporary variable temp equal to root. I will tell it. I need to get this root variable. So you know why I am declaring this. Yesterday we have discussed a lot on this. Temp equal to root, right? Temp equal to root. Why? Our root value I should not to change it, right? That's the reason I'll be copying this root value to temporary variable for the future manipulation thing, right? So I need to declare this temporary variable. This temporary variable is storing this temporary variable address. This which type of address it is storing? No type of address, right? So I but structure type. I'll tell it as structure type. So like that it is, right? So now what I'll do it? What I do it, guys? While temp, right? While temp, right? While temp, I will tell it. While temp, what I'll do it? I'll just tell it. I'll just tell it as I plus plus, right? I'll be using a jumping statement and I'll be telling it as, look onto this. Okay. So I'll tell it as I plus plus. I'll tell it as I plus plus, or else you can tell it as I plus is equal to 1. You can tell it, or else you can tell it as I is equal to I plus 1. Either one of it, anything you can tell it, right? So after that, I want to jump it. How to jump it, guys? I'll jump it like temp of address, whatever the address you have it. This is a jumping statement which I'm using it. Equal to, I'll tell it as temp, right? So I'll come here and I will close this. I'll close this. Right. So what I want to return it at last after this while condition, when it becomes null, I want to tell it as return I will tell it. Return I will tell it. I'll close this. For example, what it is doing it. Okay. Look onto that memory thing. Okay. So just have a picture on it on your eye so that it will be like good for you. So if it is root equal to null, then it is returning 0. No problem with this. If root is not equal to null, right? And what I'm copying it, I'm copying 1000 to temporary variable. Now it will come here while 1000, right? While 1000. So it is coming here, it is incrementing it, right? So I will become what? 1. So here I will become what? I will become what? 1. Right? I will become what? 1. So now this temporary will become here the temporary was 1000. Here temporary was what, guys? 1000, right? So here the temporary will become what? According to our memory diagram, temporary will become what? 2000. Now it will come here while 2000. Yes, 2000 is a true statement, right? Any number except 0 or null, it is all true statement itself. Then it will become what? 2 now, right? After that, this address will become what? This address will become what? 3000. This address will become what? 3000. It is going here while 3000. Yes, condition is true. So what happens now? I'll be copying this is incremented to 3. Next one, later on, what happens? While 4000, right? While 4000, what happens now? It is going to the above. Yes, 4000 is true, right? 4000 is true. It will come here 2000, 3000, 4000, right? While 4000, what I'll do it, this will become 4, right? So inside the 4000's address, what it is there, guys? Inside the 4000 address, you have null. Look on this. Inside the 4000, in this position, you will be having null, right? What I'll do it now? What I'll do it? This becomes side temporary will become null. It is coming here. Null will the temporary is telling it is null, and it will come here and returns I. What is the I value? I value is what? 4, right? So now what happens now? I'll be calling a length function, guys. I'll be declaring this. So this one method while, okay. So one extra brackets I have it. Okay, one extra bracket I have had it. So okay. So this becomes what? Your length function. Right, this is your a beautiful length function. So I have this one and everything. Do it. I will call here length function, right? So length function, right? Traverse. I'll call it as traverse. I'll tell it has two things. First, I declare it before that. Okay, I'm declaring it as length. What is it? As length. Return type. It is nothing but integer. I'll come here inside the main. I'll tell it has traverse, right? Traverse will return. So it has string. I'll tell it notes, right? Percentage D percentage d slash n, I'll tell it has len, length node, right? So I'll tell after creating, I'll tell it has length. Okay, again I'll call it printf, I'll tell it has percentage d, I'll tell it slash n, I'll tell it has length. I'll call this, right? So when I run this program, okay, wait a sec. What is that? CC, right? CC, I'll put CC. Okay, dot slash a dot out out. Okay, so I have created it. Oops. Okay, look on this. Okay, so no nodes, that means length is 0, right? So how many nodes are created? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nodes are created. I have length as 5. Okay, length as 5 I have it, right? So same thing, right? From 0 I'm creating it. From 0 I'm creating it. I'm going to here. You look onto this, guys. How many nodes I'm created? Here, look onto this. This is the node creation I'm calling it, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I put it as here equals to, it will become like dynamic now, right? Comes here and it becomes what? I'll tell as insert, I'll tell as equals to, right? So now what I'll do it now, I'll tell it has, now it should be supposed to be 6, right? It should be supposed to be 6. So it is 6. Done. Any doubts regarding the length function, guys? So we got it, how to find the length. Okay, this is the length function, take it down. So if you have any queries, you can just ask me on it. Length function. So you have the length one.